Hey, this will be a video chart on DMXC, Delta Mining and Exploration Corporation. This one has really been coming to life here, and it's putting in higher lows in the medium to midterm, depending on what your definitions are. But overall, the chart's really starting to look pretty good. Yesterday, it had sort of a rough day, and I was going to do a video chart then, but I wanted to hold off because I wanted to see how the bulls reacted today. And as you can see, looking at the chart, they reacted very, very strongly. Down here is where the price closed, and then you can see this morning not only did we have a gap up, but it gapped up and then ran, and then did a good job of maintaining the majority of its gains. So from a kind of a rough day yesterday to a very nice bullish day today, we have a very nice looking chart here now starting to take shape. Now back to my first comment about the higher lows. As we all know, the name of the game is higher lows. When stocks put in higher lows, that means people have to bid higher in order to buy shares. So that means the bid has to creep up, and therefore you have higher lows, and that's where you can start to draw uptrend lines. So if we look at the chart, we can see back here in late March, we put in a low here, moved back up. When it did drop back down here in about mid-April, you can see that's where the low put in. And then yesterday, we had a pretty rough drop, and then that's where the drop was, or that's where the low was right there. And now it started to head back up again. And now you can see what all these have in common, or don't have in common, maybe I should say, is each one is higher than the previous one. So with this, we now have the ability to draw an uptrend line like this. And as I noted, uptrends are where the money's made, assuming you are along, and that's what we have going on here, a nice little uptrend like that. So in terms of supports, this trend line here is going to be the key level of support. The other thing that I really like about the chart is checking down here at volume. You can see it's really starting to come to life again. It's been a couple months since the charts had volume like this. So there must be something going on here, as usually volume precedes price, and with the volume action, it's showing that people are looking to accumulate shares and try to get positions into the stock here. Now on the resistance side of things, the first and kind of major resistance we have here is simply just this trendline resistance. If we go back here, you can see a high there, and although this one didn't quite hit it, it got close enough to count this as a tap on this resistance, and then right here it bounced off it once again. So this is going to be kind of the overall resistance of this pattern that we have. But like I said, here with the uptrend line here, we kind of have a symmetrical triangle or wedge pattern here, whatever you want to call it, taking shape. So overall, though, it's starting to look pretty good. In terms of shorter term resistances, the key resistance right now, like it usually is on these stocks, is going to be right here at the 1 penny level. Besides being a chart resistance, they're usually psychological ones anyways, because whenever you're trying to break out a sub penny, it's kind of just like a stock trying to get above $1. So 0.01 is usually always a psychological resistance anyways. So that is currently where the price bounced off of today and a couple days ago. But overall, the bulls are inching up there, getting closer and closer. And the good part about tomorrow and the rest of this week is, instead of having to start down here in order to break through this, the bulls are going to start right there, so they won't have to make up as much ground just to even get up here. They can start a little bit higher and hopefully bring a harder punch to it. So if the price can break out of this pattern here, you can see that resistances really start to thin out, and then the next one isn't up here until the 0.018 level. So you may be saying, well, that's not too much, that's not even a penny move. Well, remember, we're talking about stock that's below 5 cents, so the percentages add up very, very quickly. So with a break out of this pattern, it could make a relatively quick move up here to 0.018. And if it can get through that, then things start to thin out even more. But one step at a time. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. First, we need to break out of this pattern here, and then I'm sure I'll be back to update the chart if we can get some good upwards movement here. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and it's all free. We've been making some good money together on our alerts and so forth, so I'd encourage you to go to the website, check it out, and sign up. Once more, this was DMXC. Make sure to get it on your radars. Thanks for listening.